magic.
You scared me.
Sorry. We're talking about magic today. We've been to a lot of magic shows. We'll list them off in a second, but I'm reluctant to tell people how many magic shows we've been to in Vegas. Because
I'm sure a lot of people have been to many magic shows in Vegas.
I don't know, man. The people I talk to, you've been to all of those shows? Yeah, we like magic. We like shows in Las Vegas. So we like to get out there and see what they're all about. And today we're talking about not our most favorite, but one that I certainly think has got a lot of value.
Yeah.
One that we really enjoyed, and one that, ironically, after we crapped all over the Flamingo, is in the Flamingo. Today, we're talking Piff the Magic Dragon. Welcome to Vegas Valuations. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Ashley.
I pointed at you when I said I'm Jamie.
Oh.
Again, if you're new to the channel, new to the show, this is what we're all about. We like to go to Vegas quite a bit. Some would say we have a bit of an illness in terms of our obsession with Vegas. We
don't think so.
No way. We enjoy it, but our friends and family are tired of us talking to them about it, so we're talking to you. And we figured, you know what, maybe we can make someone's life a little bit easier by offering some advice. Our Vegas valuations, if you will. So on this channel, you're going to get reviews on some of the places that we've stayed in terms of hotels and resorts. You're going to get reviews on some of the shows we've been to, some of the experiences we've tried. And today, we're talking about magic. We're talking about Piff, the Magic Dragon. Absolutely love this show. But let's quickly list off so that people, aren't just assuming that we don't have a lot to rack this show or compare this show against.
Right.
We've been to Shin Lim, David Blaine, which is a special residency. He's not playing all the time down there, though he is, depending on when you see this, going to kickstart his residency back up. But now no longer at Resorts World. He's at Wynn, I believe.
Yeah.
So we've seen David Blaine. We have seen Chris Angel. We've seen Matt Franco.
Yeah.
We've seen Penn and Teller. We've seen the Mentalist. Who else am I forgetting? It seems like I'm missing a few.
Yeah.
But that gives you an idea. We have an idea.
Yeah.
We've been to a lot of magic shows in Las Vegas, and let's start when it comes to, just very quickly, letting the people know what the ratings and the rankings are when it comes to shows. We have subcategories. On a show's Vegas valuation, the subcategory are, or is, no, the subcategories are. Subcategories are, sorry. Enjoyment, duration, vibes, and today's price. We'll tell you all of that, and then we'll give you our total Vegas valuation, and maybe then you'll determine if it's right for you. I really liked Piff, the Magic Dragon.
I was leery going into it.
What?
I was, because I was like, I thought he was funny, but I'm like, an hour and 20 minutes funny? I don't know.
But he's a magician. He's a magician and a comedian.
Right. But I was leary.
Oh, I didn't know that. You didn't see.
I wanted to, we had the kids at this one.
Yeah.
This time we had the kids, so we wanted to find something to do with the kids. And so going into it, I didn't know what to expect. Let's just say that. Yeah. But I was pleasantly surprised. It was really good. Yeah. I was. Some of his tricks, still to this day, I'm like, how do you do that? It's a good magic show where even just a few months after you've seen the show, you randomly, the thought pops in your head, like, how do you pull that off? I mean, in terms of the caliber of magic, I don't put him up there with a Shin Lim. No. If you want to see some mind-blowing stuff, Shin Lim's your man. But if you want some laughs and you want just some entertainment, he was so good.
He's fantastic. Yeah. And I think full marks to any of the groups, any of the performers that come out after their show and interact with their fans that are in attendance. Yeah. There are a few that will do this in Las Vegas. and even post-COVID, it's pretty cool. And I think this has to factor into the enjoyment of the show. I know our kids were super jacked up about the fact that they got to see and get a picture with Piff.
Yeah.
One of them even got like a toy dragon.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, for their show, too, I can't remember how. You enter some sort of draw.
Yeah, online.
Right, and our son won the puppy.
Mr. Pifflesworth or something.
Mr. Piffles. Yeah.
Mr. Piffles, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So won like a plush toy, and like they were just so ecstatic after the show to see him out there. And
yeah, and he did it. He took pictures. He talked. He was actually not to completely derail the conversation, but one of the first experiences we ever had with a magician and just randomly being able to talk and schmooze was we were in the Mirage Garden, the secret garden, and out of nowhere, Siegfried was in there.
Yeah.
And Siegfried was taking a few photos and talking. Like, I couldn't get over how much he was talking to us.
Yeah.
Like, I felt bad because there was people who wanted to, and he was like, and tell me more about where you're from, this small town in Canada. And like, he was like, so. Actually
intrigued by the conversation.
Rest in peace, Siegfried and Roy.
Yes.
But that, I think, was a big part of why we became obsessed with Vegas, was like, how cool is this? And then I think we should also mention, it's not just Piff that does that. Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller. We have a photo with.
Yeah. So Penn and Teller will come out after their show, and you can take photos with them too. It's to me, you may pay a little bit more for an attraction or a show, but you tell me the last time that you went to, let's say, a concert when it rolled through your neck of the woods, and you didn't have to pay an extra $100 for a VIP chance to hang out and meet the artist. In Vegas, they're not charging any extra for that, which is awesome. I think even Carrot Top did it. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Carrot Top
and so did the girls from Fantasy.
Yes.
So yeah, okay. It's again kind of a cool Vegas thing.
Yeah. And
it really did add to the enjoyment level of our show. Like we said, if you're looking for mind-blowing magic, if you're a magic purist, he's okay. But he's not the best magician I've ever seen. But the show in itself, with his comedy, with the magic, great. What would you rank?
Piffles.
Mr. Piffles. Yeah, the dog's on stage too.
Yeah.
What would you rank Piff the Magic Dragon in terms of enjoyment of his show out of 10?
I would say an 8.
I would say an 8 too.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Yeah, I totally fair Vegas valuation when it comes to the enjoyment level of Piff the Magic Dragon. It is indeed an 8. Up next when it comes to show is duration. We've talked about this. There are shows that seem to go on forever. I don't know how long Caw is. Every time we do a show or an episode when we're talking about shows in Vegas, I have to badmouth Caw for some reason. Save your money, folks. We'll do one later. But it felt really long.
Yeah, it did.
And I get fidgety. You can probably even tell watching these videos. I move around a little bit. I'm 6'4", so when I'm cramped into a seat and you've lost my attention because the show's gone on for too long, I'm gone. Mentally, I'm on a vacation. Physically, I'm not rude enough to just get up and walk out of a show. I'll never do that. But know that if your show's going on too long, I am starting to just mentally zone out, and I did not have that experience at Piff.
No.
I thought it was the right, maybe an hour 10?
Yeah.
He's on stage, he gets the show done, and that's very Vegas too.
Yeah.
In general, we have been to some longer shows, and they're like, bro.
Yeah.
Chris Rock. And I love Chris Rock. That guy made us wait an hour and a half before that dude even got up on stage.
Yeah.
I was mentally checked out before the show even started. But with Piff, these magicians who have their residencies, it's like clockwork. They want you in, then they want you back on the casino floor. What would you rate the duration of the show?
Like a 9.
A 9? Yeah. It's good. Quick, painless, in, out, you enjoy yourself, and it's not too long. All right, so there it is. The 9 for duration of the show. Vibes. Okay, this is where it may take a bit of a hit. Not a huge one. And there's nothing that Piff or his people, or even the Flamingo, where I would love to blame them for everything, can do about this. You referenced off the top that if you've got your kids, you can bring your kids to this show, which is fine. The kids deserve to see the shows. We, when we went to go see Piff, happened to be right in front of a group of 3 youngsters. And it's important to note that when we started taking our kids, at their youngest, they were 14. Right? So our kids know we're going to sit still, we're going to watch the show, we're going to be grown-ups. That's why we take our kids. When they go, they understand that there are certain things, there are certain ways to act when you're in a show. I'm not coming down on the parents, nor am I coming down on the kids in this comment. But because there was certainly a bit of a younger demographic, this one kid was hacking up a lung, all show, and he was right in my ear. And then the mom, he takes some water. Get out of here! Like, take your kid out, man. Take your kid out. This is one of my pet peeves when it comes to Vegas, is the real youngsters being in that city.
Yes.
And I know some of you may be watching going, well, that's not my kid. Yes, it is. It is. It is your kid. I feel like I'm going on a tangent here, way down the line that it's going to take the show off the rails. But while the value for the ticket is there, because it is reasonably priced as far as I'm concerned, it did affect the vibes. And I find that because people are taking these young children to Las Vegas, which is predominantly geared toward adult entertainment, it doesn't, at times, interfere with my enjoyment of the vibes.
Yeah.
Am I being overly critical?
No. I don't disagree.
I mean, man, we saw the last time we were in Vegas, there was a kid in a stroller with another kid who couldn't have been older than 10 looking after that kid in the aisleway at a casino while the parents were playing at a machine.
Probably at like 2 a.m, too.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
That's not for your kids, bro. I mean, again, if your kids can, put it this way. This is how you want to know if you think your kids should go to Vegas? Could they walk 10 kilometers? You do the conversion. I think that's 6-something miles. Could they walk 10 kilometers and not whine about it? If they can, okay, bring them along. And I'm not talking about in a stroller either. Okay, I'm sorry. Off the rails. I apologize. But that did affect the vibes as far as I was concerned.
Other than that, though, like, I think the vibes were good. I think it was it's a small venue. So it's, like, intimate, which is nice.
We took, we'll roll some photos. You're like, he's like right there.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome. That's always very, very cool when you're going to a Vegas show and you're like, hey, cool. Like, if I wanted to be a creep right now, I could reach out and touch this guy. And we were talking about the Flamingo, but one of the things we did say is it's like a flagship resort in Vegas. It's like an original, man. Like that is one of the, resorts that helped build that city. And there is something cool about being in that showroom.
Yes.
There is a very vintage vibe to it.
Yes, just like their rooms.
But
yes,
there is something, man, you think about all the cool talent that has been up on this stage. You think about all the cool people that have sat in these chairs.
Yeah.
You're not, with all due respect, you're not getting that vibe, that energy, that kind of classic Vegas feel at Fontainebleau. That's not happening, right? So there is that I think we can add in terms of a positive for the vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got some good, we've got some bad, and I feel bad even bringing up the not so good because Piff can't do anything about it. People can't do anything about it. It just boils down to more and more you're seeing it. The younger kids are coming to Vegas. Okay, so out of 10, the vibes for Piff the Magic Dragon.
6.5.
6.5 seems fair. Yep. Did we get a drink? I think we got a drink.
You know what? I can't even remember.
I got a drink. I'm actually very confident about it.
I think we got waters, and it was pricey.
But that's Vegas.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, nothing about that show stood out to me as going, oh my God.
Yeah, no, and we've been to some where it was like, oh, goodness.
Brad Garrett's.
Yeah.
Great example.
Okay, we'll get on that later.
Yeah. All right. So there you have it. Just so we can quickly double back and recap. In terms of the enjoyment of the show, we give it an 8.
Yeah.
In terms of the duration of the show, we give it a 9.
Yeah.
In terms of the vibes of the show, 6.5, I believe. Yeah. And so today's price, we'll quickly throw it up on your screens. And again, keep in mind, these are today's prices. And we're not going to any third-party sites. We're booking direct, or I guess you can never buy tickets without going third-party, whether it's Ticketmaster or you buy it from Vegas.com or whatever. We're looking right at Ticketmaster right now. And for instance, if you wanted to go to tonight's show, you could still get tickets, and it looks like the majority of the tickets here are $62. They do start to go up. If you want to get real close to the stage, you could pay $132, $112, $79. But as we talked about, even for the cheaper tickets at $62.95.
Well, and I know, this is booking right on the website, but definitely take a look around. Like Vegas.com, you can sometimes get them cheaper.
Yeah.
There is a couple of other places that we can kind of reference to.
I think I've seen Piff's on Groupon.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah. So keep that in mind.
Remember.
Shop around. But as we were talking about, even at $62.95,
yeah.
if you're afraid you're going to be up in the bleeds,
no.
There are no bleeds in this venue. It's very intimate, and even the more affordable tickets, you're still going to feel like you're right there for the show.
Yeah.
So there you go. Pretty fair price.
Yeah.
All right. Piff the Magic Dragon. Out of 10, your Vegas valuation.
I think I'm going to say 7.5.
7.5 out of 10. Not bad at all. If you're looking for a show that A, is funny, it's got some magic, some intrigue, want a chance for a cool selfie, a cool moment, they'll come out after the show, you can take a picture. That, to me, is a big thumbs up. 7.5 out of 10 for Piff's The Magic Dragon at the Flamingo. That's been today's edition of Vegas Valuations. Make sure you like and subscribe. We've got a lot of stuff coming up over the next few weeks. Looking forward to dropping those. And again, you had a good point the other night when it comes to dropping comments.
Yeah.
This is where you say what the comment was. So she said that if you're looking to have something evaluated, if you're looking to, get our experience on a certain thing, whether it's a resort, whether it's a show, whether it's attraction, to do what?
Comment.
Right. Are you with it right now?
Yeah.
People are going to think that you're being held hostage right now. Holy cow. Yeah. Comment below. Well, don't worry. She's gone. Next show, she's out of here. I feel like I'm carrying all over. Comment below if you've got something that you would like us to share our experiences on. Maybe we've been there. Maybe we haven't. But we are planning on going in the spring. And if we haven't, maybe you've given us an idea of something to check out.